Now let's discuss about very important concept called transitional vertebra. We did discuss about it previously also. So whenever you are looking at, make sure to look at the numbering properly. If you are not able to appreciate the number, try to look at the shape of these two vertebral bodies. L5 will always show a rectangle shape and S1 will have a wedge shape. And this angulation usually comes exactly at L5-S1 level. But there may be cases where the shape of the vertebra also is completely altered. So here this is the L5 vertebral body which is almost looking like S1 even on the morphology wise also. And this is called as sacralization of L5. Whereas in another case, the L5 has moved upwards so that the S1 vertebral body is mimicking the morphology of L5, and this is called as lumbarization of S1. So when you have complete sacralization or complete lumbarization, it may not have much changes in the alignment. So when you're talking about degenerative changes, it is more about the alignment changes leading to altered load bearing. So whenever you have partial sacralization, that is very important to appreciate, and make sure to look at all cases for this abnormal shape of the vertebra here. Here I am able to see that the angulation is falling exactly at this intervertebral disc level. But this is not looking like the morphological S1. This is looking more like S1 morphology with wedge shape. Whereas this one is mimicking more of a L5 vertebral level. So this is again a transitional vertebra with sacralization of L5. And if you are not able to appreciate this abnormality, in the lateral aspects, always try to see the transverse processes properly. As we discussed during the approach, make sure to look at the transverse process of L5 in all cases. Normally, there should not be any pseudoarthrosis between the transverse process and the sacrum. On one side, if you are able to see that there is some pseudoarthrosis and large transverse process from the L5 vertebra, this is called as partial sacralization, and this plays a major role in the degenerative changes. So for example, if you just take a look at this particular case, here we are able to see that there are some disc desiccation changes, disc bulges are there. And on one side, I am able to see that there is narrowing of the neural foramina is there, but not much of compression or impingement on the exiting nerve roots. And towards that side, I am able to appreciate the transverse process freely lying. Whereas on the opposite side, I am able to see there are exaggerated degenerative changes with osteophyte formation leading to compression. I am not able to appreciate the normal morphology of the nerve root also. And on the same side, the transverse process is having some pseudoarthrosis with the underlying sacrum. This is very important to appreciate. So on the axial images, we should always try to appreciate these extra arthrotic components at the intervertebral disc level of L5-S1 level. So whenever you see this kind of extra articulation, that means it is pseudoarthrosis of the transverse process and it is a partial sacralization of L5, which may lead to exaggerated degenerative changes on that side, secondary to changes in the load bearing concept and the alignment. And this partial sacralization with exaggerated degenerative changes is a frequent cause of back pain, and very frequently it is missed by the reporting team. So make sure to look for the transverse process of L5 on all cases. Make sure to appreciate this pseudoarthrosis in all cases so that you won't miss out on these cases.